Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. Today we are doing a little bit of cleanup work. So when we started this year, and I told you some of my plans for this year, one of the big plans was to totally redo our landscaping on the front of the house. And I'm going to take up all the rocks that I used to line the bed and get some good edging of some sort and put in, and then put new rocks in the flower beds and kind of make it look all nice and neat. So I'm not going to do the whole flower beds today, but I'm going to get all the rocks moved. Now it is about a 10 to 12 minute ride up the hill with a bucket full of rocks. So I think this is going to take about 3 trips. So you know, it's going to take a little bit of time to get this done, but we're going to get to it. Now we're gathering up all of these rocks because we also have another purpose for those. If you watched our pond video where we talked about what we were going to do with the bank, we did some reshaping and kind of brought the level of that steep bank down, and now we want to line that steep bank that's left with rocks. So we're starting that with these rocks right here. Guys, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably already figured out that I'm always trying to save a buck, do something myself, and you know, get by with what I have to work with. And this is kind of another one of those projects. Now, that mentality is what got me into this mess to begin with, and why I didn't finish out this bank with the guys that actually knew what they're doing and had the right equipment to do it. But here I am, got my Kubota BX and the box blade. We've got this hillside all kind of sloped out in much better shape than it was. And then I've been able to take all of these free rocks that I've got all around the place, save them up, move them around, and I'm lining my bank with those rocks. And I'm pretty excited about what it's going to look like. I think it's going to turn out real good. Now, we're not going to have a totally finished product today because, of course, I got to plant grass seed and all that good stuff. But we're going to be able to tell that it's looking pretty good. Now, I may still have to gather up a few more rocks. Got all kinds of rocks lining my trail coming up the hill that we pick out as we run the box blade on the hill and smooth that out. We pick up those rocks and throw them onto the little bank on the side. That way we've got them where we need rocks for stuff. And in the meantime, they kind of help with erosion and all that. But this is probably all my back is going to handle for today. So we'll roll this one big old rock out of here that seems to weigh more than I do. If I can roll it out without mashing fingers and toes. All right, we'll put her right there in the edge of the water. Stop. Perfect. Now I can pile some more rocks there when I get to it. We'll be all set. All right. I would say this was a fun little project, but it was pretty hard work. I don't have the strongest of backs, and that's part of why I bought the Kubota BX to begin with. But we moved a lot of rocks, and you can tell now. Of course, it helps a lot that the pond filled up, but this bank, you know, was like an 8-foot stretch of open dirt that was just straight into the water, and we cut about 2 foot of dirt off of it. We got about 3 foot of water in the pond, and then we've got our rocks lying in there. Now those are just off, you know, off the cuff estimates. It may be a little more, a little less of each one, but got our rocks lined up there, looking pretty nice. And as this kind of settles in and a little more dirt washes off, which it will, and it'll pull those, fill in around those rocks and make them more solid. And then we'll get some grass sown on this, and we're gonna have some decent banks here. I'm pretty excited about it. Man, if you haven't got a little Kubota BX, you need one. Well guys, I think that's just about gonna do it for me and the Kubota BX today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's pond upgrade and getting to see the tractor at work. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.